Now this is another video that's really good to show the colors and if any blooming. Now the camera is going to pick up some exaggeration of the blooming or what it appears to be like blooming, but I'm watching this head on, right in front of me, about I want to say 8 feet away, and there is no blooming whatsoever from my position. So I can see right now when the camera is picking it up, there is some blooming around the fireworks, but like, look right there, there's nothing. There's nothing. Let's see a little bit more. Right about now. Anything that the camera is picking up is exaggerating, but see right now, perfect. That's exactly what I'm seeing. Now it's not OLED black. Get that out of your mind. It's not going to be that. I know what OLED is. The Sony ones are awesome, but this is as close as I can get it to that. And this does beat my local array X850C from Sony in the black department. But I mean, look at that. There is no blooming. My camera is exaggerating. Now the colors do seem subdued compared to, I want to say, the Q8FN, just because I have to get the color in order for it to be colorful. I want to say like a difference compared to the Sony. I gotta put it at 40, 42, 38 to 42, depends. Now, I mean, of course, you could watch, whatever, you could do whatever you want to do. I usually have it around 30, 28 to 30, because I think the default is 25 on natural, I believe. But I'm just showing this right now so you could see the exaggeration of the blooming. But this is what I'm seeing. Everything is nice and dark. See? No blooming whatsoever. That is exactly what I'm seeing. See? No blooming. There you go. A little bit right there, but that's the camera is picking it up. You do not see that when you're playing a game or watching a movie. You don't see that. Look, there is no blooming on my end. This is a perfect example to show you. Look at that. Nothing. The color has to be, I guess it looks like it's subdued compared to the last year's models, just because I have been to Best Buy. My friend has the Q8FN, and that thing was awesome. And the reason why I got this TV was to get those popping colors. I want pop. If I'm gonna play on a monitor, on a TV, I want color pop. If not, I'd play on my monitor, right, on my Aorus 8027 QD monitor. And that has awesome colors. So I want that pop in color. Now it has good colors. I'm not saying it doesn't. The quantum dot is nice. But I guess I've been spoiled by the Cherry Luminous display with the Sony, so I don't really see that much of a big difference. Now, if you're not coming from something like that, then you're gonna be in wow. But I'm not in wow with this TV. It's nice, and I have to have that color, and it's there, but I do have to put it at 40 in order for it to match, I want to say, my monitor, my Aorus monitor, or in a sense, my Sony, and my Sony colors. That goes up to 100, I believe, and I got it at 60, 65. And this one goes up to 50, and I got to keep it up at 40, closer to the higher end, to match the colors. Now, it's kind of blurry on the camera just because I'm trying to capture any kind of blooming. But if I focus on the firework itself, there you go. I wanted to exaggerate the blooming. Now, if I, focus on the actual firework, see, this is what you see. That's the picture you see. It's not black. It's not the inky. It's not to the point where it's OLED black. It's not. But it's, I want to say, if you're, controlling the brightness, maybe 2 to 3 steps, in the black department. Like if you go 2 to 3 steps down or up, but it's not, it is a big difference compared to my full array that have no local dimming. This one does, and it works great. I saw on the Highwayman on Netflix, and that looked really good. It looked better than my Sony in the black department. But in the color department, I just thought they were both on the same Let's see here. Again, trying to show that exaggeration of the camera picking up the blooming, but there is no blooming. Look, there's a lot right there, but this is what you see. That right there is what you see. It looks like there's some blooming on the bottom part left and bottom right, but there is none of that when I'm seeing it head on. I would not say this has a blooming problem, at least not my panel. I have no problems, and I have not noticed anything that says, whoa, what's this? Is that blooming? Is that, I know what blooming is, and that's, not the case here. But again, I put this camera higher so I could see and show you worst case scenario, but you don't see that. The camera is exaggerating. Right now, what I'm looking at, when those fireworks pop, there is no blooming around the firework, around the light. No zones are, fluctuating or anything like that. Nothing like that. See, this is what you see. I'm looking at the camera right now. That is what you see. That. But when the highlights pop, I guess the camera can adjust, like all that. See? The camera is picking up all the stuff that you cannot see if you're looking at this head on. So I'll put some more images right now. I'll try to see what I can find. The Samsung video demos. And at the end, we'll put a Samsung retail mode on the TV. So this is another good video to show color. Look at the black levels. No blooming. Everything looks tip-top. Okay, so you can see here that this is Forza Horizon 4. And you can see this is on standard definition. And it's really bright. Now the blacks all over the car, the wheel, the top of the car, all that looks black from what I'm looking at. It looks really good. I mean, the fall system here is working really good. No blooming from what I can see, and I'm looking at this at head on. Everything looks good. Now there is a difference from the bezel to the actual black of the top of the car. So again, this is not OLED, right? But it's super close. It's the closest I've ever seen a TV able to achieve, dark blacks, like black, inky blacks. And this does it really well. So you can see the brightness is really good. This is the snow level. I picked this level because it's shows a lot of white. And so you can see right here. There is no dirty screen. And if there was, I would say the only place I could see something similar to that. Now it looks like, right now you can see the snowflakes on the screen itself. So that's not, what I'm talking about. Dirty screen effect is at the top and at the bottom of the screen. When the fall system works, at least on this TV, I haven't seen up close and analyzed the F8, the Q8 FN, but this one, it looks like the light is shooting out of the top and bottom when bright highlights come out, and it's weird. I thought I haven't seen anything like that before. My Sonys don't have it, and they're edge lit. They're full array and edge lit, but it's just at the top and at the bottom. It's hard to see. You have to be really looking for it. I mean, I think I got lucky on the panel. But I don't know if you could see it. I'm trying to right there with the sun. I'm trying to pan slowly so you could see. But it's hard because it's snowing. Even if I do this, I don't know if you can see it a tad bit in the top. Kind of like, I'm gonna show you right here, right here, right here in this area, like all across here, and at the bottom of the screen. If you look where I pointed, look at, you can see a tad. If see, or you can see it right there. Now, remember, it's not the snowflakes. You gotta let the snowflakes disappear a bit because they keep on regenerating. But I watch, I watch football. I watch Liverpool kick butt, and no dirty screen effect, nothing like that. Like my Sony X850C does have that screen door in the middle. It has like I think 4 vertical lines only in the middle, and it's it's tough to watch on that. But whatever, it doesn't bother me. It's not to the point where it's like, oh man, I would have returned the panel if that was the case. But just wanted to show this in the white.